Eldridge.
Okay.
Myth.
Yeah, Eldritch.
No more Dark
Bluetooth
Void.
bullshit. Okay. So let's just catch up the speed a little bit. Last session, the party hunted down group of bandits that were stealing. Well, we say bandits, and really it was possessed guards, elven guards.
Yay.
You found the shipment that they ended up stealing, brought it back, and now Alteria has finally finished her preparations. And at this point in time, Alteria is leading you to an opening in the forest near Talonfell.
How do I
Okay.
remove the little avatar things again?
Go to
Options.
my
Yep.
settings, personal
You'll find it eventually.
audio and
Personalization.
video. Hit player video avatar, go to names only.
Player, video, avatar, names only.
There you go.
Yep, thanks.
Let me play music for you. My bad. Here we go.
Yay, I love this song.
I like this music.
Turn this down a little
This
bit
go to the lab.
on my end. Yeah. Okay. So, Alteria, as we're now in the clearing, now hands each of you a wardstone. And of course, Abby and Zahira not here. They're over in the archives to do some research.
Yep.
Along with Mo as well.
We'll just go fucking anywhere at this point.
And now, would you like to attune to the wardstone now?
I'll do it.
Sure.
Hopefully no explosions will occur.
As you're all now, we're not gonna do any rolls for it. We're just gonna say you are all now attuned to it.
I mean, me and Serpent are pretty magically gifted, so we should be fine. I don't know
Yeah.
about Virus, though.
I have attuned to a fucking time-stopping pocket watch. I think I'll be fine.
Where is the pocket watch now?
In my hand.
I think it's linked to a chain on his like belt or something, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I am eventually going to attempt to steal that.
And if you take it, Virus is going
If
to stab you.
If he wanted it, he would have taken it by now.
It's at this point now that Ateria speaks. Just so you know, I have a feeling that Abby might not be able to attune to this. I have a friend of mine who will be meeting you when you get to the Barrens to help with that. And she then gives you 3 extra wardstones for the
First,
members who are
you can
dying.
keep these.
Uh-huh.
I'm going
I,
to
Who
assume
does
that...
she hand them to?
Say that again?
Who does she
Who
hand them
does she hand them to?
One to each
specifically?
of
Out of
you.
the 3 of us?
Because it's
Okay.
like the radio.
Okay.
It's just easier that way.
I have a suspicion.
And it's at this point
Okay,
Arturo now
mhm.
pulls out a scroll. One that seems to be a little bit old. The scroll would teleport you to Downfall ports. From there you will take a ship to the Barrens. Would not be hard to find. Any questions?
I wouldn't
Yeah.
say so,
I don't have any.
considering these two aren't exactly the communicative type.
Like, what is the description of your character? Do you have one?
Not yet.
Okay. When you do, let me know.
Yep, will do.
have an idea for how to introduce you.
Alright.
At this point, Arturo unfurls the scroll and starts speaking the incantation, as now the 3 of you are teleported all the way to Downfall. Specifically at its ports, which should be down here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll imagine that Virus would vomit from being teleported. In all honesty,
No, he's not that weak stomach. Dragonborn, he doesn't have a weak fucking stomach.
I would say Serpent would.
Yeah, probably.
He doesn't often get teleported.
ah, fuck.
Not to mention, instead of landing on his feet, he would trip over his own tail.
Virus will snicker at this.
Never understood the idea of a bipedal having a tail.
And it would be at this point you would hear a familiar voice. Oh hey, there you are! As you see, it's Sparrow.
Hello there.
Why, hello there.
I'll shake her hand at the first opportunity.
Nice to see you again. As you would shake your hand back.
Well, at least I don't know about the rest of the folk, but for us it was pretty recent.
If I had to guess, you're all heading to the Barrens. That's why the whole ship's here.
Yes.
As you look around, there's
Hopefully.
only 3 ships in the port currently.
Yes, that's exactly why we're here.
Hopefully I don't have to involve myself with chaos magic.
Yeah, well, wild magic is not really fun, is it? Anyway, come on, this is your ship. And the voice crack.
That voice crack is astronomical.
I'll just follow her.
Same
Yep.
here.
As the ship now set sails, Sparrow estimates it's gonna take about 2 days for you guys to reach the Barrens.
Okay.
We could do some little game.
A game?
Yeah, yeah.
We say because we have to wait for 2 days anyway.
I
Yes,
do have a set of cards.
Please tell me it's not damn flapjack or something. As
Uno.
Crow now peels out of the bow of the ship.
Nope, it's Uno.
Oh, I suppose that's better.
Surprised you didn't wait to pop out in the night to try and slit my throat.
I'm not that eager. I think it's the right word I'm looking for. Hello again! As you also see Raven.
Even.
Hello.
You said you have Uno?
Yeah. As I start dealing out cards.
She would immediately sit down to play.
I think V will join as well.
That Virus joins reluctantly. He's got nothing else to do.
I love how we're all playing the fucking Uno.
Right, but I am playing a rhythm game in the background still. I'm multitasking. I'm actually
People would notice that I deal the cards out really quickly and very precisely, so the cards land right in front of people.
Approve.
I feel like you should have to roll dexterity for that.
Yes,
but that's just my
yeah,
opinion.
roll dexterity.
Roll dexterity, I guess.
That would be a 17.
That works. And then now it is at this point you all hear a bit of a crash underneath the ship.
Did we hit a fucking
We're
rock?
only just getting started.
But I want to go check it out.
Yes, I would.
I'd follow.
Besides you, Raven is also following. She should be running directly towards it.
I would be slithering after to make sure Raven doesn't get hurt.
I'm
Shield
just
man.
walking calmly towards the direction of the sounds.
As you've
Let's
now
give it a shoot.
entered the I don't know exactly what it's fucking called. Let's just say underneath the ship. The bows
It's
of
the
the
bow.
ship. The bows, okay. The bows of the ship. Behind a couple of barrels that seem to be knocked over, you see what appears to be Navi.
The bartender back at
Drunken
Lucas Bar.
horse. Yeah.
Are you here?
Well, let's just say, summon circle. Leave it at that.
And you miscalculated a bit.
I believe so.
Well, at least we'll have drinks for the ride.
If
Well,
the jinx
that
survive.
is a good thing because I do have a special ability, which allows a portable bar of sorts, or map if that's what you want. As then he flicks his hand out, and to the side of where you're all standing is now an actual bar stand. An actual game.
Oh, alcohol.
He's actually
Got
able to do this.
Can I look
oh,
around for a table so I can set up a table and just start dealing out the cards again?
Go right ahead. I'm guessing
You
we're
know
all
what?
playing down
Vibes
here
just
now.
out portable alcoholic.
Well, I don't really drink myself, but yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, Serpent also looks up. Yeah, I don't really drink either.
Right, advice.
There is orange juice.
Nah, I just don't drink. I would rather water.
All right,
As
then
he
get him
then
one.
pulls out his as he pulls out his water skin and takes a drink.
You know, I
Not-
can give you a lot fresher water, right? That and colder.
Oh, trust me, this is pretty clean. So yeah.
Alright. As the day continues on, you're now at like, we'll just do a little bit of a time skip. Let's go to like the end
Actually,
of
roll for who won
the
Uno.
beginning of the third day. Huh? What?
If you roll for who won Uno.
Oh, God. Okay.
Let's see. What should we roll? Well, what should we roll?
I think it would have to be intelligent. Maybe. Not sure. Or maybe just a straight D20.
Yeah, D20, I guess.
Just
a
roll a straight
regular
D20. Whoever has the highest roll wins.
Damn, not
Okay.
one.
Nat 20 as well!
I don't know.
11.
Fucking V can't differentiate between the colors.
Oh yeah, these canonically colorblind, aren't they?
And I
That's
rolled
one
a
way to
nat
describe
20.
it.
I will say, Virus did run one, but Raven was very close behind him.
Of course.
As you have now reached the third day, and you seem to be approaching the shore. What describes the shore is not what you expected. I'm now going to pause the teaching music for a second.
Thank you.
As you now reach the shore, it's definitely not what you expected the bearings to look like. Gray, smooth lines across the coast. However, much further, it seems to be very rough terrain. Jagged peaks, unnatural formations, even mountains that don't look quite natural. Providing many caves and many places for cover, it seems. However, everywhere you
Something's not
look
right.
seems to be smooth stone.
Something's not right.
Hmm.
There does seem to be
Feels
some
like
grass
that-
in some places, but besides that, it looks more like moss.
Feels like that basement that I was in.
As you are now very close to the shore, I would say it would take about 30 minutes. You feel a presence.
Roll perception? Can I roll perception?
Sure. Let's see if you recognize it.
That is 18 plus 1. That's 19.
as he's not really trying to hide it. You turn around and see what appears to be a dark mist of a figure with 3 eyes, 2 horizontal and 1 vertical, right in the middle of his head. As the form that actually takes an actual shape, you realize it is Lucio.
Oh.
Before you continue, do you want to say, or well, do you want to? What do you think, call it? Take a detour, as then you're all enveloped in black smoke and teleported elsewhere.
God damn it, we're just fucking around.
The
We've all been
place-
kidnapped.
The place that you are now in is very clean looking. Well, I say clean, but not very. It's very there's machines
it was
everywhere.
somewhat clean before I vomited.
You would have vomited for this. This is nothing like the other travel.
Okay.
But this place seems to have, you will probably like this, Virus. It's got a lot of machines. It's got a lot of
Yes.
it's got a lot of artifacts, a lot of relics, a
Lars
lot
is
of
immediately
technical
inspecting
stuff.
every single machine.
You're gonna enjoy this.
Machines are the best.
And this place is full of all sorts of technical advances. It's almost like this place reminds you of the forge of where you found Loki. V.
Yeah. I mean, I've already.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or well, I should be saying that to everyone. It's where you found Loki and all your other artifacts that you have at this point. Besides the
Interesting.
stopwatch. Besides
Okay.
the
Yeah. Which
I-
was from
I
a
do
random
want-
fucking vendor.
I also wanted to know, what does the amulet do? I kind of forgot. The gold amulet.
I believe that gives you Misty Step, if I remember correctly. Hold on, give me a second. I know I wrote it the fuck down somewhere. Yeah, it's an amulet Misty Step.
Okay.
Yeah, I should also have one of those, correct?
Yes. But this place
Yes.
is...
Couldn't remember.
And in the middle of all of this seems to be a figure. A really huge figure.
I approached the figure.
And he's
You what?
actually sitting down. He's not standing. But you can tell he's not the size of a giant, but something close. And he seems to have
Is it
these
living?
weird ears that seem to be almost like griffin ears. While the other one and a tail almost like that of a griffin. As I believe now. Lion. Where
Chimera.
this not chimera, I'm afraid. But they
That's
would be
how I
cool,
would describe it.
as I've now sent you a picture. The man is at least 18 feet tall. This is a huge man. I believe the correct name for what I am would be a hybrid of a Goliath and a Faunus Griffin Beastkin. If I remember correctly.
Interesting.
All of these complicated names.
Well, unfortunately, that's the way we were designed.
Well then, I suggest you should proceed with introductions.
Ah, right. Sorry. The name's Rowan. Rowan Abbott. Nice to meet you. I'm someone...
Did you make all this stuff?
Yes, that'll be me.
Amazing.
I am a person known as the Tinkerer. I create all sorts of relics and things all either because of my own curiosity or because I wanted to, or because someone else wanted me to. However, I do have a rule for all of these. No two can be in the same place at once.
Hmm.
Meaning you can have two items in the same world, but any more, let's just say, things won't end well. Leave it at that.
Any questions?
And what do these items look like?
Most of these items are definitely mechanical-looking steampunk. Some of them, however, look a little bit futuristic. Some of these look very olden times.
Some probably look
Hmm.
pretty organic.
Yeah, some of them do. However, there seems to be very, very little of those. Let's just say I haven't touched that in a while, and leave it at that. Oh, I should probably mention, as he then looks towards Lukio. Old friend, your brother is here.
Brother?
I'm surprised he got here this early. And then enters a new character. Another new character. Two after another. This man is also huge. He's definitely taller than Lukio. As Lukio is like 12'8". This man is like 13 feet. So he's not that big, but he's big. But he's most definitely the younger brother. And
Yes, that
Damn.
height is common in the family.
ever, so two of them look at each other, and then the next thing that happens is, for those of you who have seen freaking anime, it's similar to how Meliodas and Bon act around each other for the first
Ah,
time.
I see. I
As
see.
the
I
two of them
understand.
then run at each other and then start smacking the shit out of each other.
Yep. Excellent.
As
I
At
I
some
wish I was
point-
surprised.
at some right before this happens, Sparrow activates what appears to be a shield around the rest of you. And Ronan seems a little bit exasperated, almost. As just like, well, as I expected.
I think there were millions of other places where this would have been safer.
Speaking of that, he seems to take out a weird round disc and then slides it over in their direction as it then teleports them elsewhere.
Hmm.
You can drop your shield now, Sparrow. They'll end up destroying that instead of here. Yeah, fair point. As the shield is now dropped. As Rowan now says, no point of any of us getting involved in that mess. The last thing I want is for my forge to explode because of those two. Again.
It's happened more than once.
And Serpent will just say this. Do you happen to have a bathroom?
Oh, yes, down that way. That hole, as it points to its left.
He then slithers down the hallway and goes to the bathroom, and that is me saying, "Go to the bathroom. I'll be back."
You just completely fucking
You
died.
just fucking disappeared.
He needs to go to the bathroom. That's basically what he's saying.
Yeah, but we know.
As the player, brain. So, Rowan now turns to the rest of you. So my main question here is, do you want me to make something?
I do have a request now that we know each other a bit better.
Go on.
Do you have perhaps an item that can change alignments, preferably more towards the good direction. The best would be lawful good.
An alignment change weapon or item. As of this point, he now stands up. As he
You're tall.
now towers over the rest of you.
Wait, how tall was he again?
This man is like
Very.
18 feet. That he
Ah,
is
okay, he's
tall
10 feet
ass
taller than me.
motherfucker. And I want you to be the room you're in, or the whole place you're in, is at least 30 feet high. Like this could hold a freaking dragon in here if so wanted.
Instead, it's holding these dipshits.
And then Rowan walks around for a bit as then an item pops out of nowhere. Here we go. It's not what you expected, V, but I think it'll work very well. As then he hands to you what appears to be a hairbrush.
Well, I'm gonna keep the references for later. Um, all right then. Any explanation on how this functions?
Just touch the person with it, and it should change their alignment to a more reasonable one.
I
Oh.
do thank you.
I know what that's from.
I don't.
It's fool's gold. It's
Though I should say,
Oh.
unlike the last one, this one is not randomized.
this is not random, or else it would be very consistent. Wait a second, being called.
But yeah, instead of heading back to the group, Serpent will just wander around.
Raven would probably at some point come to look for you, since you're taking very long. 'Cause this place
I
is
want to-
very freaking huge.
Yeah,
Could I see if I can hide?
Why?
I would do.
He's bored.
So I can keep on snooping.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, roll
Okay, let's.
stealth.
What?
Can I counter a perception to
Oh, no.
find him myself?
No, because he's not in the same room as you. He's left
Dang
at
it.
this point.
Oh, okay.
Either.
Yeah,
So it's a flat 18 on the dice, and I have a +5.
Okay.
Hmm.
Raven does
fine.
not find you, and instead comes back empty-handed. Though she does tell Crow about this, and from what the others can tell, he does not look pleased.
I'm sorry. What did I miss?
Lachlan's doing something that he might regret later.
What are you doing?
Snooping.
He's
On who
snooping.
specifically?
He's snooping around the forge, to be specific.
Oh no.
Considering what I know is in here, this is not going to end well.
Well, IV isn't here to stop him, so. Although if he was there, he will try to.
As Roran now turns towards Virus, anything that you would like.
Would it be possible to extend the range of this? I hold up the pocket watch.
Extend the range, huh? If
Yes.
I remember correctly, the range is 15 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see.
And also make it so that any of my allies aren't affected by it.
Ah, yes, because what it lacks is effectivity.
Well, the second part's really easy to do. The first part, not so much. I might be able to increase it by 5 feet, but that might be the most it can handle without breaking it.
Oh yeah,
Whoever made this made it very delicately.
That's fine.
But yeah, after about 5 minutes, I come back.
Hold on, let
What
me
the fuck are
roll
you?
for just how much fucking traumatized you are, because you definitely saw shit you definitely weren't supposed to. Okay.
Your
I'm
fault.
gonna talk to you. I'm gonna pull you in a different thing. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh no.
I see. My character's seen a lot of.
Okay, since you went and did shit, I might cut this out of the video, but I'm not 100% sure. But what you saw what appears to be holding chambers of sorts. And although you couldn't hear anything, you definitely saw something. Something similar to Loki, but it's a lot worse. It's some sort of organic humanoid thing that seems to be raging almost. And it's not the
Interesting.
only one in there. There are others. And they seem highly volatile and unstable.
That would make very much sense since this is a workshop.
Thank you for sleeping around and shit you're not supposed to. For crying
I
out loud.
assume he is very traumatized.
Nope.
Really?
Or
Did he luck out?
So he got something.
He didn't get anything, but he definitely saw something.
I
Okay.
got knowledge. That's what I got.
I guess that's something.
Okay. Does he have to, when he comes back, does he have to roll like, do we have to roll like an inside roll for if he did anything?
No. Well,
Okay.
you can tell he hasn't done anything.
Yep.
I didn't touch anything. All I did was look.
As you know, Rowan would turn to you. Is there anything you bleh. Is there anything that you would like me to make you? Or change?
Not sure. As my character then goes into his bag.
A bag of holding. Haven't seen that in a while.
No, just his regular bag. He
Oh,
doesn't
is
have
that
a bag of holding.
Okay.
Oh, does anyone in this group have a bag of holding? Probably Mo, right?
Probably Mo, yeah.
Mo's probably the only one.
Actually, he then holds out his bag. Could you make this a bag of holding, please?
Is it like a normal backpack, or is it just like a bag?
It's like it's like a side bag.
Not that difficult. And then he takes both the stopwatch and the bag and seems to disappear. Or right before he disappears. Oh, right. Should give you something to watch, I guess. As what appears to be a TV screen pops up. Broadcasting both Raiden and the name of Lucao's brother, and Lucio having an all-out fight in what appears to be a closed-off area.
I sit down right in front of it and just stare.
This tech is so interesting. Jesus. As Serpent then examines the TV.
Hey, get out of the way! I can't see.
He goes around to the back of it, having a look at it.
Thank you.
Lachlan, there will be
Person,
something I
interesting
would like to
entertainment.
talk to you, something else that you saw, but that won't
Yep.
be until later.
We will talk about that later.
But as the fight seems
saw
to,
some shit.
as Rowan disappears and the fight seems to progress, it seems to be getting more and more brutal as it goes on. At this point, you see what Raiden's hair seems to be somewhat on fire now, and the flames seem to keep growing.
Hey, nobody?
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is what VRS looks like right now.
Oh boy.
And I know exactly which anime that's from.
Of course, solo leveling.
And then Lucio seems... What you saw when he first got on the ship, he now has an eye on his forehead. where it was before in its demonic form, it seems. Actually, now
Oh,
has
man.
demonic marking all over his body.
Hey, nobody. I got an idea for you.
Yeah?
How
Hold
can
on,
I
let me
tell
see
something
rabbit.
to Rowan?
You can go track him down, yes.
Oh, he
Sparrow
left.
would most
Okay,
likely lead you the way.
okay, is Raven here or
Raven
who's
is here. Raven, Crow, and Sparrow are also here.
So he fights like that, and you told me that he is a demon of gluttony and not a demon of wrath. Truly?
I told you he could be either or. To be honest, I have no idea. For all I know, he could be a demon of both.
You know, I'm gonna send you a video, and I want to ask: is this what the fight looks like?
Oh boy. Yes, in a sense. Except it's
should I-
hand-to-hand
I'm gonna send
combat.
that.
It's hand-to-hand combat, not a flaming
Okay.
swords.
But that would be funny.
That's probably gonna be very loud in editing. Sorry. Sorry for the people watching this video. Because that was very loud.
Yeah, I forgot how loud it was.
I should have muted that.
Would have been a good idea.
But, yeah, no, it's very similar.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Give me-
We do this. I want to play a little game.
Oh, damn.
Avi, can you bring me how many people are willing to play a little bit of Tell the Truth?
Oh, what does it entail?
Well, Navi here has the ability to make truth potions.
Davy seems
Ah,
to
so-
gulp at this.
Oh,
So
no.
we're gonna do a game where we see who has drinking the truth potion and who has just drinking a regular drink.
If that is how you want to do it.
Basically, is what Navi says.
Oh, did you want to do truth or dare? But when it comes to truth, you have to spell truth no matter what because of the potion.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I could do that. Sure.
Stefan
Obviously,
says, I'd rather
Crow-
not.
Crow
Virus
also
puts a
abstains from
hand on
this.
his shoulder and says, "You will play."
Crow and Raven abstain for this, but Sparrow seems like she wouldn't mind.
Serpent also abstains and just goes to a corner and sits down and starts drawing.
I'm so tempted to have Virus just go and drag him over to us.
I mean, you can. You definitely can.
Come here, Serpent. You're coming with us.
Do-
I'm gonna.
What we're
I'm,
gonna do- what
I'm
we're-
gonna
hey, hey,
stare at
hey,
him
hey,
to
hey,
paralyze him.
Hey, here's what I'm gonna do. Virus, do a strength check. Both of you do a strength check.
All right.
Okay.
Not 20 plus 6. That's 26.
Yeah. He gets it. I only got a 4 and I only have +2 to strength.
Plus 6. Yeah, he's coming with now. He's coming with me now. He is playing.
But I will stare at him so he can't move.
What's the saving throw for that?
Dexterity.
It
I think. Is it dexterity?
Huh?
Or is it intelligence?
I think it was Constitution.
Constitution?
Yeah.
Alright, I have a +3 in that. That is a 19.
Yeah, you beat it.
Say, you're playing now, Lachlan. You don't have choice anymore.
Uh-huh.
Was
You
the-
do hear a slight growl and some of my scales light up a little bit and then they go dim again.
Yeah. Have your case if you're playing with us either way. Alright, what now?
Alright. As Navi now sets up the drinks, he will put them. Hold on.
This song is gonna be stuck in my head for days.
Which one?
Okay.
Never mind, Cherry Lady just replaced it.
Okay.
Stupid.
Okay. I'm gonna do it in a way similar. Okay. Because I can't understand. Brain is not computing.
Rain is not raining.
Or I
It's
can
not
do the
brain.
dice roll thing you did when we were getting the artifact stuff.
Let's just put it like that and do it like that. Your
Now
drinks are
I don't
placed
want
in
you guys
front
to
of
like
you.
me
Your
today.
drinks are now placed in front of you. As Navi now backs away.
All
you
right
like the
then.
drink?
Who wants? I'll drink, and immediately when everyone else is drunk, I will start asking a question to Vitus.
Yeah. I drank as well. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, give me 1 second to let people who is not drinking.
Lachlan, drink it. Oh. Okay, well,
Okay, Serpent will drink it, but reluctantly.
Alright. And I think that's everyone.
Okay.
There's
And then
four
Sparrow
steps
is
in
also
there.
drinking hers.
Okay.
Alright, are you ready? Now let's go.
Yep. Okay. I think I'll ask the first question to Virus. Virus,
Yes.
why do you know so much about technology?
Well, back in my world, technology was pretty abundant. Though not everyone had it. But it varied between city and city. Some cities had a bunch of steampunk, some had more futuristic, as we can see around here, and some had more organic, depending on what race was most dominant in the city. And some were just normal, like barely any technology. The world was quite split apart.
Curious. Not at all comparable to the world that I had.
Let me ask you, how was your world?
It was chaotic. Everything felt like it happened at the same time. You felt like you were below everything.
Sorry, I just realized I was playing the wrong song this whole time.
You? How about you, Serpent? How was your world originally work?
Well, definitely way less advanced than this one. And by the sounds of it, somewhat both of yours. Let's just say it was somewhat similar to here when it comes to the elves being assholes. But, yeah.
Yeah. Were they assholes due to your nature?
No, they were just assholes to everyone that weren't an elf.
So, alter it.
Speaking of, this is something that's always spiked my curiosity, if you don't mind. Your nature, so I don't know what race you would count as, but what does it count as?
I was wondering that too.
From what I've been told, I'm a Gorgon?
Were your parents Gorgons?
I don't remember my parents.
And you don't seem to know anything different. You just assumed you were a Gorgon.
Yeah.
That is understandable. All right then. Anyone else have a question?
Sparrow seems to be thinking for a second.
You got something?
Well, something that's been bothering me a little bit.
Yeah, what is it?
As she then looks to V. Why do you hide it? I guess is the right word I'm looking for.
When people don't know everything, they are disadvantaged. Which
Mm.
there's more complexity to it, in all honesty.
Hmm.
I do, and also there are advantages for others to reveal themselves. I sadly lack those.
Hmm.
I mean, you found it pretty easy to reveal yourself. Why is that?
You being as what I am, right?
Yes, most people struggle with directly telling a seeming stranger their origins.
Well, to be honest, most of the time it's kind of hard to hide what we are. Unlike your kind, we can't exactly possess a body. It's not that simple. When we do that, our our magic seems to leak out, it seems, almost uncontrollably, to the point where it can end up affecting others. And when we try to possess a body, that magic most of the time ends up killing it or destroying it. We just found it easier, it's better to just be in our own. It's the only thing that can actually handle it.
That makes sense.
Which is kind of why it makes us a bit odd for demons like us to not normally be possessing, huh? Unlike you.
Yes. All right then. Any other questions? Considering that
Also
you two
surprised-
haven't asked anything.
I'm honestly surprised that no one asked me about his weapon. Because in this world, no one knows about it.
I mean, Lachlan, you could ask it to him.
Nah.
I would like Earth to roll perception, by the way.
Okay. Ah, that's not too good. That's a 10.
Well, it's unfortunately still enough. As much as I hate saying this. You do notice that Sparrow is in fact infected with True Serum as well.
Okay. So, okay, fair enough. I mean, I'll ask Sparrow. I'll ask not Sparrow. Virus. What is the story of that weapon of yours?
This is the what do I call it again? Alright. The Thunder Slash. It is a chain blade.
Yes, but what about its unique quirks?
Ah, well, in my world, Tiamat is a bit weaker. We've managed to get some of its teeth. The blade is actually the tooth of the lightning head.
And at this
That
point,
seems
Sparrow
cool.
speaks up. If I remember correctly, there are 2 sets of that in existence. Isn't that correct?
Yes, as far as I know, that's correct.
Then you seem to be holding a pretty rare item.
I am indeed.
Any other? I mean, this is a bit of an interesting question. Do you serve Tiamat then, or do you stand
No.
against her?
Stand against.
Assume this
I-
much.
Yeah. My clan, well, we managed to get a tooth. And we used, for the chain, the blood and scales of the lightning dragons to forge it. And then connect them together.
All right then.
With that, Serpent will ask Sparrow. So, what is all of your? What is the plan here? Why do you
You-
keep coming upon us?
Well, we're on a similar mission to what you are. We're trying to decide if this road needs to be destroyed or not. We were asked by the archivist to investigate.
Hmm.
In a sense, you can think
Interesting.
of us trying to help things along, in a sense.
Hmm. At least I know we're at least going for a similar goal.
Preferably the survival of this. What would you call it?
World.
Hemisphere, world, planet?
World.
Story.
I would like it to be. No, I think at this point, 6 minutes would have passed. Are there any more questions you guys would like to ask each other or no?
I haven't gotten it.
Me neither.
Okay. Then at this point, I would like it to be known as the three of you, V, Virus, and Serpent. You guys seem fine, but Sparrow seems to be a little bit off.
Right there.
I'm fine. I think there might have been something in that drink.
This should help, and I give her a vial.
Ah, I appreciate that. And then she then drinks it down.
I am terribly sorry. I was trying to test out a theory. I do have a question here. This is without the truth. I'm genuinely surprised here. You don't feel affected at all, Serpent?
What do you mean?
Well, let's just say that the potion wasn't the only thing I put, or Navi put in there. I also put something that should affect demons.
So
Now,
that's
I
what
did
I
for
felt.
Sparrow. I did for Sparrow as a sort of test, but for you, I was almost sure that it would have affected you.
What is that?
See, Crow's still here, right?
Crow? Oh yes, he is.
Yeah, he told me about something curious, something I wasn't able to sense, and I'm pretty sure very few others. Your nature is not as much Gorgon-like as it is something else.
Hmm.
Do you know
Eh.
who Stella is?
And at this point,
I
Sparrow would be wide-eyed. Actually, she seems to sort of stare you down, V.
think the a god that a cult worshipped in my old world, but the cult disappeared quite a long time ago.
Well, I'm just gonna
Or a demon.
say it like this. Um, the reason why your body is affected in such a way is very simple. You
It's because
are
the cult is known for taking people and turning them into what you are. It's what Sparrow says
Oh.
next.
Hmm.
Now, the main
Well-
part that surprised me is that they somehow managed to do it without incorporating any of the demon.
Well, for as long as I can remember, I've been like this.
Could he be a child
Oh.
of one of those beings they made?
Well, the reason why I mentioned this, although it is definitely helpful for you, is to keep it really simple. You all remember Alteria, correct?
Are people
no
brains not functioning right now?
No.
I said, I said,
Brain is not
as in,
The person who sent us here, the person who we're going to the Barrens for.
yeah, and I nodded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With-
okay, yeah,
with
you
weird
nod.
nodding.
I can see you nod, Aki.
Yeah, I said, which is basically nodding.
I did not hear that. Okay.
Yeah, we
Okay,
didn't.
my
We didn't hear
microphone
that.
So my microphone just
Well,
said, no, fuck you.
well, I've done a little bit of research alone, and she has a missing brother.
Hmm.
Oh shit.
And on the same note that she was talking about that brother, there was this sign, which afterwards I was able to talk to Crow about, it being the sign of Scylla. That's when he mentioned that you were affected by her. I needed to test out if you were on the same side as her, considering that I do not enjoy Scylla's presence.
Nah.
It would
Yeah,
be-
I have.
Continue. Continue.
No. You continue.
The-
I was just. Yeah.
Okay. It would be at this point that Crow would approach the table and explain what they have found so far concerning the cult. According to what they can tell, there's this cult running around on this world known as the Serpents, or Serpentine, that's apparently trying to summon a giant demon, world demon, known as Scylla. This demon
Yes.
is able to pop up onto any world, but it's only sleeping. But it can only get there invited. Currently, it's sleeping in this world. And we're trying to wake it up.
Now, I don't know about you, but me personally, I would love this thing at least out of here.
And there's also, I should also say this, as Sparrow says. We think the main reason this world is on the destroy list might be the connected events between what Midas is doing and Scylla. If that world machine is built, there's a chance that the code can use it to transport Scylla to other worlds without needing for a whole ritual. If that were to happen,
So, one very important thing, we need to get there before it's made so that we don't have to deal with the demon. Great.
Could it be that the cult is using Midas in some way? With
potentially, but we haven't
spell?
found any connections. If anything, it almost
Oh.
seems like there hasn't been any cults over in the Elven area at all.
I will say this, it wouldn't surprise me due to Midas being flat out insane.
To be
Fair,
honest
fair.
with you, most of the time we found cultists all over the Barrens.
The Barrens, so we will be going to their homeland.
More like where they've resided. They're not
Yeah.
normal or they're not natives to this world. So they're being affected by the wild magic.
Yeah, I think from what I know, from what I've heard anyway, is that the cultists in my world anyway, they vanished after a spell went wrong.
That would be correct.
That's all I know.
From what we've gathered, Serpentine seems to be some sort of world-hopping cult that's trying to devour all the worlds, it appears.
Well, that's creative.
With the help of Scylla, that might actually be possible, and with the World Machine up, they'll be able to do it anywhere.
It is not currently active, that's the good thing, but that does mean we shouldn't be wasting time and should be getting to silver as quickly as possible. And, well, we should also be trying to get to finding Alteria's brother as soon as possible, because I would like a favor from her in the future.
It'll be after you say that when Rowan now comes back.
But I'm about to send a picture. I want the watch to look like. Or 3 pictures.
I
Looks like that.
finished the items that you were asking for, as he then hands them back to the respective owners.
Thank you.
As he then looks over to the TV screen, he sees that it's turned off. Or it's not projecting anything. Ah, I'm guessing they finally finished. And then it's
No,
at this
we weren't
point
paying
you hear a booming laugh. As you then look over as you see Raiden and Lukiel pretty beat up.
But
Carrying each other, basically, on each other's shoulders. Lukiel is definitely laughing, while Raiden seems to be crying tears almost as he's laughing.
Did you two enjoy your exhibition?
Huh? Oh, I guess you can say that. I should probably introduce you, because I don't know how many times you'll see him. But this is Raiden, my brother. My younger brother, to be exact.
Well, nice to meet you.
Raiden would bow his head slightly as he says, "Good to meet you all." I can't do voices, so I'm just gonna say this. He has a really deep ass voice.
yeah. Or
Oh.
probably do it.
Yeah, well, I'm not him, am I?
Well, you can.
Because
I will also say this. Serpent will also bow back.
I think that V would also bow back,
Probably.
considering his whole thing is elegant.
Probably Virus too. Just out of respect.
As you see the two of them, any wounds that are damages to either them or their clothing seem to be healing right in front of your eyes. And then, at least in the next
Cool.
2 minutes, they're gone.
Cool.
Suzuki would then approach
What?
Rowan. Well, is everything
What?
done? Believe so. Though, I do notice we are missing 3 people, remember correctly.
Yeah, they're currently in the archives.
I see. Not exactly welcome there, so I can't exactly get to them. In which case...
Not exactly the most welcoming residents.
is in this case, Lucio seems to pull out an odd-looking stone. It's a silver stone radiating magic. As he then hands it to Virus, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Virus.
Thank you.
The next time when they are out of the archives, you can give that to them and use it to where they can visit Rowan. Or use it on all of you if you want to.
Alright then. We do thank you for your time.
Alright, I should probably teleport you back.
Yes, we have a mad elf to stop.
As then,
And a cult.
as shadows now wrap around you, you are now teleported back to the ship. as it has in fact reached the Barrens.
Hmm.
And it is at this point I'm going to end the session.
All right.
Alright
Yeah.
then.
Okay.